Yes, Dr. Debra.
Welcome, everyone, to today's workshop entitled Data Visualization, presented and hosted by World Resources Webinar India, today, Saturday, 16th March. Data visualization is a must-have skill in today's digital era, and particularly for academics, most of us are, in presenting the findings of our research, which will inform decision-making across various contexts. This could be business, it could be education, it could be industry. Our esteemed presenters today will help us to understand how some of the tools and techniques can be used effectively for data visualization. So before we proceed with our presenters, I'm going to ask you to please keep your mics closed once you are not presenting. And when you have a question at the end of each presenter's presentation, which would be between 20 and 25 minutes, you can either type in the chat or you can raise your hand and I will allow you to speak in sequence. I'm pleased to be the chair for your workshop today. My name is Debra Ferdinand James. I'm a senior lecturer at the University of West Indies, Mona campus, Jamaica, and there I coordinate the Masters in Leadership in TVET and Workforce Education and Development. Our first presenter will be Professor Mannat. She would give us an overview of data visualization. She's currently an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science at Vivekanand Education Society's Institute of Technology, India. She has over 15 plus years of experience in teaching in her field, which includes data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning. Her research accomplishments, which are many, include a published patent on audio emotion recognition using digital stethoscope and deep learning techniques. It's my pleasure to present to you Professor Mannat to make her presentation.
Thank you, ma'am, for such a brief introduction.
You're welcome.
My greetings to all present here. I'm Professor Mannat Doultani from Vivekanand College. So I'll be briefing you all about exactly what is data visualization. Hello. Hello. Am I audible properly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
So this is how we are going to proceed. We'll have a look on what are the basics of data visualizations, then the effective ways of
Ma'am, request you
developing.
also to put your video on.
Okay, there's some network issue, so video actually won't be possible, sir.
Okay, no issues.
Yeah. So introduction, we'll have a small brief introduction of what is actually the data visualization. Then we'll be seeing to the effective principles of how we can develop a good data visualization presentations so that we can convey our statistics or data sets to our audiences. Then what are the different types of data visualizations available, tools and technologies to develop them? What are the best practices to be followed while constructing the effective data visualization? What are the challenges which we can face and the future trends which might affect the market in future? So let's start. So basically, what is a data visualization? It is nothing but the representation of data. As you know, we are living in a data age. Each and every minute, each and every second, we are collecting data, data, and data. But collection is not the only way. We need to analyze it. We need to represent it. We need to make our audience understand what is all the data we have collected about. Okay, so it's the best way to represent the data using a data visualization. So you're going to include visuals, bar charts, line charts, etc., to make your data more understandable to your audience. So it is just a graphical way of presenting your data to your audiences, to your customers. Now, what all areas are being using data visualization? Almost each and every area is using data visualization. You can just have a look, like from healthcare, marketing and advertisement, science and research, real estate, government and public policies, education, business, finance, agriculture, even technologies. Every field now is using the concept of data visualization to portray the information they are having with them. Okay, so at the top right corner, you might see a picture where all the rows and columns are there. This is nothing but the data we keep on collecting. So I cannot present it in front of my customer and ask him or her to analyze it and give me some results. Okay, better what I'll do is, you can see at the bottom left corner, we have some examples. So this is the better way of making my customer understand the different statistics. There's a line graph, then we have a pie chart, then we have bar graphs. So the information is more effectively conveyed if we go with data visualization. Hence is the importance of data visualization. So why we actually need is, the complexity gets simplified of the data. We can communicate more things using data visualization, enhanced communication. We get a deeper insight into the data we have collected. If I give you rows and columns ka data, so you might miss some of the information. But if it is represented in a data visualization tool, then you may get a deeper insight. We may not miss any points or the crucial point in the data. Next, so decision, if you are understanding the data, you might take proper decisions for your future of your company, of your organization. It help us to use the time efficiently. We may not waste our time analyzing such rows and tuples. Okay. Engagement and empowerment. Once you have understood it, you are able to make decisions. You will feel more engaged. You will love to work with the data. Okay. And then you can have more and more opportunities to work in a better way. So these are all the main advantages of using the data visualizations. Okay, so now, what are the principles or effective way of data visualizations? Okay, so the first thing which we want in our data visualization is the clarity. Okay, whatever data visualization you choose, see to it, it is very clear. It is in a very understandable format. The message you want to convey should be conveyed easily. Okay, next, it should be very simple. You should not include each and every tuple, each and every row to make so that you don't miss any data point. Include all those points which are necessary and are supporting to the message you want to convey. It is not necessary that you include each and every point of the data. So it should be very simple. Next, accurate. See to it that the visualization you are presenting or you're showing it to the customer are accurate. Okay, does not have any clumsy data, fake data, missing point of data, missing values. It should not have all those things. Relevant. So it's very, very important. Display only the most relevant data points. Okay. Consistency. maintain consistency in design elements such as colors, fonts, and scales. So as per your profession, as per your audience, you should be very much aware of which color combination you should choose. You can have a helping hand from the color wheel, color panel, which is being provided. You can choose the better colors, pastel colors instead of vibrant colors. So that is the thing. Next, interactivity. Create interactive elements that allow users to explore and interact with the data dynamically. Okay, so you can have some drop downs which will help them to scale or choose the scale on which they want to view the data. For example, if you're representing last 5 years ka data, and if you want only 3 years ka data, so you should have interactive dashboards. Okay, so which will help them to analyze the data very easily. Engagement. Now, this is very, very important. Just creating a data visualization and presenting is not enough. You have to see to it that your audiences are taking interest in your visualizations. Okay, so you need to engage them. So how will you do that? Use visually appealing and engaging design elements to capture the audience's attention and maintain their interest. We have to play with the mind of the audience. We need to first understand the audience before making them understand our designs. So we need to engage them and help them to understand what we are actually trying to convey. Now, along with this, context. Now, context is very, very important. Sometimes we are not able to write each and every point or each and every detail in our design. So we should have some kind of annotations, some type of mouse hovers, which can display small messages explaining them what exactly the trend is going on, or the factors which are affecting the changes which are being highlighted in the design. So next, accessibility. You should design visualizations such that they are easily understood by all the viewers. So if we have 20 audiences, for example, so 20 might not be able to understand in a similar way. So we have to make a design such that it is acceptable, understood by each and every viewer, not that to level down, not that to level up. Okay, so that is the thing. Next, now future trend suggests that we should have interactive dashboards, storytelling kind of data visualization. Now, what is storytelling kind of data visualization? It is like you're telling how did you start your company, from where did you start, and then till now you are explaining each and everything using series of data charts. Okay, so it is like a storytelling narrative thing which will help audience to engage with you from start to end. Okay, so this is something very, very future trend in data visualization, where you're connecting to the people in a narrative form of way. So these are some kind of data visualizations which we can have, effective principles which we can follow for creating a data visualization thing. Okay. Next, types of data visualization. Now, along with the type of data visualization, I will be saying where these type of data visualization, in which context a particular data visualization should be used. For example, the first one is a line chart. The first one is a bar chart. Now, bar chart is very, very simple, ideal for comparing discrete categories data, where the data is not continuous. For example, if I want to see my performance from last 5 years, okay, or 5 years ka data I have to present to my customer, so I'll be using bar chart. So bar chart is used to display what? Discrete kind of data. Next, you have a line chart. It is for displaying trends over time. For example, sales over time, or the usage of a particular social media over time. So it shows you the fluctuations, the higher marks, the lower points using a line graph. So it is used when you are supposed to display trends over time. Next is your pie chart. Now, pie chart represents parts of a whole. So if there is a, for example, if we in India wants to represent the total male and female ratio, okay, so that is the ideal example where we can use pie chart. So in a pie chart, see to it the categories are limited. It should not be like many of the categories and line wise you are distributing the pie chart. It becomes difficult to understand. The labels, the percentages should be such that they are visible. It should be very easy to understand. So pie chart, when you have a whole thing and you want to show some portions divided, you can use the pie chart. Next, you have a scatter plot. Then scatter plot shows relation between the two continuous variables. For example, in linear regression, to portray the relation between independent and dependent variable, we can be comfortable in using the scatter plot. So the fourth one is a scatter plot where you have small dots scattered over the graph. Okay. The next one is the histogram. Histogram depicts the frequency distribution of continuous data. More people think that instead of bar graph, we can go with the histogram. No, bar graph and histogram are totally opposite. Bar graph goes with the discrete data and the histogram goes with the continuous data, and it shows the frequency distribution. Okay, so fifth one is the histogram, which depicts the frequency distribution of the continuous data. Okay, next we have heat map. So sixth one, the blue one, which is showing the shades of blue, is nothing but the heat map. So it visualizes relationships between two categorical variables using color intensity. So for example, we are doing social media analytics where users are located on certain we can show where users are located or the certain topics or hashtags which are popularly used. So which hashtag is popularly used will be depicted in a dark blue color. The one which is used less will be depicted in a lighter shade. So using the shades of a single color, we are depicting the magnitude of the data point. Okay, so again the heat map. So next is a tree map. As we all know, trees are being used for showcasing the hierarchical manner. So here we use rectangles. Okay, so rectangles depict the hierarchical data, and the nested one depicts the belonging to a particular option. Okay, so that is nothing but the tree map. For example, disk space usage by different files or folders. So if we have nested folders, we can have it using the nested rectangles and the individual files and folders as the individual rectangles. Okay. Next, you have a bubble chart. Now, bubble chart and scatter plot. Bubble chart is a better way or the higher version of the scatter plot. There we have two-dimensional data. Here we can represent three-dimensional data. As you can see, there is a cost on x-axis, safety on y-axis, and on the bubble we have third axis, which is nothing but the name of the country. So 3D data can be represented using the bubble chart. Next, in continuation, the ninth one is your area chart. Now, area chart is more or less similar to your line chart. The only thing is area under the line is shaded to give better idea about the magnitude of the data over time. So you can say this is a better version of the line chart. Next, the new one, box plot, not the new one, but something different. The box plot, it is a powerful visualization tool for summarizing and comparing distribution of numerical data, where you can identify the outliers and the data which is which won't be contributing more or which is contributing more. So we can use for comparing test scores between different schools and education program. So where we need to compare the data of the different firms, we can use the box plot. Okay, you can see there are outliers given, minimum and maximum contribution. Okay, box plot is also known as whisker graph. Okay, the next one is the network graph. So we all are aware of network graph. This shows the connection between the various different parts. For example, if I want to go with the social media connecting points, so in any mobile network, we show the network using the network graph. Or there are many like Google Maps or any networking app uses the network graph for the visualization thing. Next is choropleth map. Now we have seen the textbooks of our wards, our kids. You might have seen that how in geography or in their social books, the graphs of map is being displayed. They use different green shades, green brown shades to highlight the importance areas as per their importance. So if you want to show some watery area, oceanic area, so you use blue. Then you have greenery shown by green colors or different green shades. So where you are using areas, the map which helps you to show the areas, we use choropleth map. So these are not the only types of data visualizations. There are many more. Okay, so we need to choose the right type of data visualization tool for our data to represent to the audience. So these were types of data visualizations. Now, tools and technologies. There are many tools and technologies available in the market. I have chosen few just to narrate the best one which are being used in the markets now. So Tableau is the latest and the trending tool which is being used to create the data visualization. So it creates interactive and shareable dashboards, reports, and visualization. Very user-friendly interface, so easily you can create it, and supports a wide range of data sources. So you can integrate each and every kind of data source in it very easily. It's very user-friendly. The second one is Microsoft Power BI, very much in use in the academic courses. We have our lab designs, including Microsoft Power BI, where students are using it. So very easy. Business analytics tool, create interactive dashboards again and reports from various data sources. Integrates with, so best point is you can integrate, you can collaborate with other Microsoft platforms. Also, Microsoft Excel is also one tool to create a better data visualization, but it is not, you can say you cannot have, it is an integrated tool. Excel has an integrated data visualization module. It is not a different tool. It is provided by Microsoft again. Okay. Next, you have Google Data Studio at the third place. It is a free tool from Google. You can create your customized dashboards and reports from Google Analytics, Google Ads, and other sources along with other Google collaborations. Okay, so it's a personalized, customized tool from Google. Then IBM Watson Analytics at the fourth number. It's an AI-powered analytics platform. Integrated AI you will get in this particular tool. Very effective data visualizations can be created using these tools. Enables users to explore and visualize data, discover insights. So it helps in data analytics also, and generate predictive models. Okay, of course, it is offering you the natural language query, NLP integrated in it. Next, Python programming language, the one who are very good coders. Okay, Python and R are the programming languages which they can use for the data visualization. Some libraries are inbuilt in Python, Matplotlib, Plotly, or you can say Seaborn, which can help you to create better data visualization tools. Next, so what are the best practices to be followed when you create data visualization is choosing appropriate colors. The main thing to convey your message, choose appropriate colors, provide proper labels and annotations, selecting the right visualization type. So we
Professor
have
Mannat, we're losing you. Your voice is going in and coming out. So just know we're not hearing you fluently.
ma'am,
Yeah.
was this slide okay?
Yeah, but to the end, we didn't get the end part of it. So you could just review just the end part. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. So the fifth tool, or you can say the one which are very good coders, can go with the programming languages like Python and R. They provide very, very good libraries, inbuilt libraries, which can help you to create better data visualization tools. Hello, am I audible properly? Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
we're hearing you.
Yeah,
We're
okay.
hearing you.
Yeah, so the libraries which we can go with are Matplotlib to have effective graph presentations or plottings. And along with that, we have Seaborn, Plotly. So these are the libraries, inbuilt libraries we can use with Python. Similarly, we have R programming and many more tools available to create the data visualizations. Next, so the best practices once you have decided to create your data visualizations, first to choose the better colors. Okay, so choosing appropriate colors, labels and annotations to narrate the context in which you are giving your data visualizations. Okay, selecting the right type of visualization. For example, as I said, for portraying the continuous data, you have to choose histogram and not the bar graph. Okay, so selecting the right type of data visualization is the must. Okay, next, maintaining consistency, and then storytelling and interactive dashboards. So we have an example over here of storytelling and interactive dashboards. Different types of data visualizations are being chosen to go for the narrative data visualizations. Okay, so as they have chosen the line graphs, bar graphs, then donut graph. So a series of charts are being used to narrate the story of the data to be presented. So
You have 2 minutes to wrap up, please.
yeah. So
Thank
the
you.
challenges one can face is the quality of the data and the complexity of the data. So you have to clearly work on that you're not having the missing data, or the data is not that complex that it should be represented in a data visualization. So cleaning of data is very, very required. Choosing the right visualization, visual clutter, and color selection. So you have to really work on that the visuals are not in a cluttered way. Next, maintaining context and responsive design, performance and accessibility. So try to engage your audience, try to maintain the consistency. These are the challenges one can face. So please use the effective principles to overcome these challenges. Last but not the least, future trends. So AI is very much in trend. Try to include AI and have your data visualization. AR and VR, you can explore the area of AR and VR for your data visualization. Mobile visualizations, you are carrying your mobile every now and then with you. So we need tools which help us to create our data visualization in mobile itself. Data ethics and transparency. Amongst all this, though we know we are engineers, we are coders, we are presenters, we should not forget ethics, and we should be very transparent in portraying our data. Real-time data visualization are the future trend which everyone will require, real-time data visualization, converting the visualization at the runtime. So yeah, so at the conclusion, just to narrate the process, understand your audience, define objectives and key messages you want to convey, choose the right visualization technique, ensure the data quality, try to design clear and simple data visualization, use the color and visual elements wisely, provide context and interpretation should be very clear to make them understand, iterate and refine multiple times so that your message gets converted, maintain the interactivity, the engagement of the audience, okay, and see to it you have responsiveness in your designs. Thank you very much for your time, for listening to me. Do mail us in any kind of assistance. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Mannat, for that very illustrative presentation. And you laid the foundation for us regarding, the principles and best practices for the other presenters to build on. So
Thanks.
the floor is now open for any questions to Professor Mannat. Okay, could I ask you one question, Prof?
Yeah, sure.
With respect to the colors, do we have to bear in mind how other cultures view colors? For the diversity that may be in the audience, the persons who are reading the graphs. Do we have any guidelines there with respect to the use of colors, or, we're free to use colors as we choose?
As per the research says, the colors should be neutral. The pastel colors, we should not have the colors which are in religious content, or which are very gaudy, or which are very eye-picking. We should use the colors which are very subtle to eyes. So we can take help of the color palette which is there with the hue, saturation and brightness part. And if there is some kind of data we want that it should be properly visible from the other areas of the data, there we can use the darker version of the color, okay, and to highlight the importance of the data. Again, the color combinations should be such that they are not affecting the sentiments, not affecting the what you can say, the feelings or the emotions. First is that part, and that should be very professional colors. So in that case,
Okay.
yeah.
So, for example, the colors of the Jamaican flag would be a mixture of green, yellow, and black. So we're saying
Yeah.
you don't bring those colors, you just don't put those colors together on a chart, because they could speak
You
to
can select the proper shades of that
yes.
color.
So
You can go with green,
yes.
you can go with red, but do have a look on the shades.
Yes.
So lighter
Okay.
shades. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that clarification, ma'am. I'm not seeing any comments in the chat, so we would now move on to our second presenter.
Yeah.
Thank you. And our second presenter is Dr. Comfort. She is from Imo State University, Nigeria. She's a lecturer there. Yes, Dr. Comfort, you can go ahead and upload your presentation while I introduce you.
All right. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we're hearing you clearly.
Thank you.
Dr. Comfort is from Imo State University, Nigeria. She specializes in computer science with research interests that include Internet of Things, cybersecurity, hardware backdoors, and compiler construction. She's a regular conference presenter, and her current 2023 journal publication on a study on content tampering in multimedia watermarking is her most cited research. It is my pleasure to present to you Dr. Comfort to make her presentation. Please remember to keep your mics closed, and we'll have a short 2 to 3 minute question and answer at the end of the presentation. Over to you, Dr. Comfort. You may want to put your PowerPoint on full screen mode so we can see it not in edit mode.
Oh, wait a minute. Can you give me a few minutes, please?
Sure. We are still seeing it in edit mode. It says implementing data storytelling, deeper and actionable insight. So we're seeing your title slide, but we're seeing it in edit mode.
1 minute, please.
Okay. And while Dr. Comfort is getting ready, she's going to build on one of the trends that Professor Mannat mentioned in her presentation, which is storytelling. And so we're in for a very interesting presentation because we know from children, as children, we love stories. And we are ready to hear from Dr. Comfort. Go ahead, Dr. Comfort.
All right, good day. I hope I'm audible enough.
Yes, we're hearing you very clearly, and we're seeing your slides in full screen mode.
All right. I hope it's in full screen mode now.
Yes, you are.
All right. I'll be presenting on implementing data storytelling for deeper and actionable insights. Thank you for your introduction, ma'am. Actually, data storytelling is the act of telling stories. When we talk about storytelling, we are referring to narrative about a subject matter. And we have elements in storytelling, which are the characters, the theme, which is the point of the story, the point of view, which is the storyteller's perspective, and we have conflicts, which are challenges or problems that are encountered in the story, and these challenges actually keep the listeners on suspense, making them expectant of the next line of action, wanting to know what happened next and how these conflicts will be resolved. Then we have the plot, which is actually what happened in the story. Also, we have the resolution. The resolution has to do with the conclusion of the story's plot, maybe a scene or more. And then we have the setting, which is the time and location of events. Then we have antagonists. By antagonists, you have opposers to a given goal. We're younger, we'll have the boss in the movie and we have the actor. And we always want to see how the actor will defeat the boss at the end. So that's about storytelling. And this is what we are trying to bring into data. And the purpose of bringing storytelling into data is to give a vivid view, give life, give emotion to our data so that the audience, our target audience, will have a better view, better insight, and then be able to have actionable insights at the end of the narrative. So for data analytics, we have the sequence, we have the planning, defining the data needs. You have to actually understand what you need in the data so you can know whether the data is available on repositories or whether you should actually collect your data. So it depends on the kind of research or the kind of problem you're looking to solve. Now we have data collection stage, which could be from the repositories or generation of data, live data yourself. Now we have the storage parts. After collection, you have to store your data or your data sets. It could be company sales, performance indicators, or any kind of data that you have interest in. Then data cleaning is the next stage. This data cleaning stage has to do with removing noise, missing data and such from your data sets. Next is the analysis. The previous speaker has given elaborate description of visualizing your data and giving you different tools, different charts for data visualization. So, but in this work, we are going to see how some of the things she mentioned can be implemented in a story. So our interest here is data from United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which is about 17 goals for all nations of the world. Actually, they had targets which were not met, and they keep like extending these targets from 2015 now to 2030, and just about 6 years to the targets end. Many nations are still lacking behind in achieving most of the goals that are set. So this is our interest. We'll look at the data. We collected the data from cargo, and we're able to clean the data because we didn't have interest analyzing for all nations. So we just brought our work down to Nigeria and African countries. So in our data set, we have about 47 African countries that were used for analysis. So this SDG goals, we have the first one, which has to do with no poverty. Then second one is on zero hunger. The third one is on good health. Fourth is on quality education. The fifth is on gender equality. Then the sixth one, 7th, 8th, 9th, up to the 17th goal. So these are areas they feel that improvements by nations in these areas will result in development, will result in better nations. At least will drive undeveloped nations, at least, and make them better, and then sustain developed nations as well. Thank you. So I'm going to quickly go to my Tableau environment and show how the data storytelling was implemented. One minute, let me switch to my Tableau. Okay. Hello, please, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can. We're seeing it clearly.
Okay, and this is the Tableau environment. Okay. Please, what we have here, an application called Tableau, and that has fashions more.
Dr. Comfort, your audio is breaking up. Could you adjust?
Okay. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, that's steady now. Thank you.
All right, no. Okay, what I have here is Tableau. Tableau is a visualization application for data management, actually. So what it does is allow you to build your data worksheet by worksheet, allow you to create a dashboard, and then allow you to create a story, which could be from the dashboards and even from the worksheets. So what I've done is to create, first you have to load your data sets to the platform. And then, like I said, we have basically two main types. We have the Tableau Public and the Tableau Desktop. The Tableau Public is actually the free version, and that's what I'm using. So it has some limitations also. So, but I think it's still doing the job for me. So I have worksheets, okay? And by worksheet is just like an Excel sheet, but in this case, you can create visualizations using the charts as described by my the last speaker. So in this case now, I have many charts that make up my dashboards, and each chart will be created using a worksheet. And then on each chart, you'll be able to filter out what you do not want to see. Like I said earlier, this data set contains about 47 countries in Africa, okay, that we could get their data on the cargo data sets repository. Okay, so we started with introducing our work in a story, and I want to show the worksheets that make up my dashboards, and then how the dashboard was collected, and like the worksheets were put together in a dashboard, and then the dashboard used to create our story. So what the story does is simply what the normal layman's understanding of story does: bring the elements together, give them character, give life to the data, and then organize the data in such a way that it's the listeners or the audience can actually see through the contents of the data and how each data relates or contributes to the general outcome or the general performance of an element. Okay, so okay, right here, can you see my screen, please? The first one is just
we're seeing your screen, Dr. Comfort. We're seeing your screen, but it's blank. I'm not sure if you're going to work on this blank white space, but we're not seeing anything right now.
Sorry. But I have SDG score. Can you see that?
Okay. Yes, we can see that.
Just what this worksheet is doing. It's just an informative worksheet that needs to tell the people what I am doing, like a title worksheet. So what I have here is just SDG score and telling us that I have about 47 countries that are involved in this. So I'm going to be using this screen and putting it together with other worksheets in a dashboard. And
okay,
that's what this is
understood.
doing for me. Then the next worksheet that I have, that's telling me the countries. Okay, yeah, I have SDG score by country, SDG score by country. Yeah, we actually looked at all the countries in Africa that get the data set, and then the score, that's the score. What we have on our data set is the 2020. Somebody, I think.
Okay, we're going to ask persons to close their mics, please, because it's causing some feedback. So please close your mics and keep your screens closed to avoid distractions. Thank you. You may proceed, Dr. Comfort.
Okay, ma'am. So we highlighted Nigeria's information on this particular chart, and then we sorted the charts in descending order. So we would know the countries that are performing quite low in the index. Okay, so we have the key performing indications, which are the 17 goals that I have already mentioned, and those were the yardstick for this measurement. And then we have 47 African countries with Nigeria highlighted because we wanted to know where Nigeria falls. And of course, we also used a filter that's gave us the score, that's the SDG index score, and then the countries. So that's the filter. So you can apply a filter to take out what you don't want from your data, even while the visualization is on. So in this case, now Nigeria is scoring about 54% in cumulative score. Like an average of all their scores over the years is still at 54%. That's quite low. Okay, so the next worksheet I have is one for the map. And our map, we looked at the map of Africa. Is just an information also that we want to add to our worksheets. Okay, we looked at the map of Africa, which is 47. Sorry about that. Okay, that's it right here. Now, it's just an information again that we want to place on our dashboard. So we generated each worksheet, gave it data that we want it to have, gave it filters that will allow us explain information on them. So looking at the map, you can see the countries that we have set, the countries on this map. So automatically the data set is in such a way that if you mention a country as if you mention a country as a field, then or states or any location whatsoever, it will give it the data type as map. So in that case, you can use that data type to actually create a map of the contents of your data set. So for, let's say, states, for locations, and so on, actually. Okay, so that's what we have here. Now, these three worksheets were used as our introduction. So we have now a dashboard that gives us our intro. Okay, so that's the first dashboard. Sorry about the movement. You know, I'm not using PowerPoint, I'm using the application. So, and that's one of the downsides of the Tableau Public. In Tableau Public, you cannot actually use your so you cannot use points to visualize because actually I gave you static presentations. Okay, so but we needed the movement, we needed you to see the filters and so on. So in this case now, it's a dashboard that consists of the SDG index score, which is the first worksheet I showed you at the upper part. Then on the left-hand side, we have the SDG score by country, while on the right-hand side, we have our map. So these are three worksheets grouped together to make a dashboard. So I'm not going to belabor you with all the details. So I want to go now over to my story. So I've just introduced how each worksheet was created. And from the creation, you'll be able to see the country, that's the grouping together of different worksheets to make a dashboard. So now we did this for this intro dashboard. We also did this for the next dashboard, which is our analysis dashboard. So this is the analysis dashboard. In this case now, we are just trying to look at the Nigerian factor. What is Nigeria doing? What are we contributing to the SDG? Are we ready for 2030? So that is actually what we are trying to visualize here. So we filtered this particular data to 2019, which is the first one upper left. Then 2020, as you can see, it's written right there, Nigerian 2019 SDG score. So this is our score on all the key performing variables, key performing indexes. So we have the one for climate action, that is where we are scoring highest. Okay, and it's showing about 96.80% on climate actions. Then we have for responsible consumption and production. That's where we're scoring the second highest, and there we have about 95.70%. Then we have life on land, that's our third highest scoring index key, where we have about 74. And all this actually will help us understand if these priorities are really going to help us develop. If not, we can now look at the areas we are not performing well. We have good health as 33.80, that is quite poor. And then we have industry, innovation, and infrastructure scoring very low in 2019. So this visualization actually gives us a general overview of how we are performing in this in the 17 goals that I already mentioned. So, and seeing good health, sustainable cities, affordable and clean energy scored the lowest in 2019, and also seeing them also in 2020 scoring quite low. And then same thing applicable to 2021 data set, and then 2022 data set. It calls for action, definitely calls for action. Then we are using a reference line to show that our reference here is 50%. Any of the indicators that don't make up to 50% needs urgent attention. Okay, that's what the reference lines or the average lines are indicating right here. So we have the reference line for 2019, 2020, 2021, and then for 2022. And then this can help us visually understand the non-performing sectors and then know that there is need for or call for action. Okay, so my next dashboard is one that looks at a 4-year summary sheet, just a summary sheet of my 4-year summary sheet right here, just same as what I've already described, but buttressing the point that there is need for action. There is need for action. Then just giving a straight overview of 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022 information on how Nigeria is performing with the SDG keys, SDG goals rather. Okay, so and now my next worksheet is on the education sector. We want to know, because I have interest, this is my sector, I want to know how we are performing. I want to know how we can change the narratives and perform better and improve the lives of our people. So in this case now, we looked at the education sector in Nigeria, and just to identify where we are placed, just singling out the education sector from the entire data. Okay, so in this case, I have two contents on my dashboard. Permit me to get it. My apologies again, I'm not using PowerPoint, so okay. Sorry, 1 minute. I'm using the app environment and navigating it is just the way it is. Okay, this is G4 on education. Sorry, I have quite, okay. Okay, now what I have here is the Pareto chart. So, and this is a single chart that shows me my rating, my role, and I will explain the Pareto chart because this is actually what gives you the actionable insight. It sets priorities, it gives you the information on who is performing what and who is contributing what to the downfall, to the downside, to the defects. So which in a business environment, it could be which product is contributing to the challenges. Like I mentioned, in a story, you have challenges, you have antagonists. So in this case, the Pareto chart is used to view the challenges and know where investment is called for. So I'm going to explain this when I'm done. So please.
Ma'am, you have 3 more minutes to wrap up.
All right, this is what I needed. Go for score. This is my Go for score dashboard on education, and I'm trying to put it on the same dashboard as my Pareto charts. Okay, and in this case now, we have different countries scoring different things, and then we have Nigeria almost at the bottom, not performing well at all. Not performing well at all. That is Nigeria, 38.80. So you see, we are almost at the bottom, and that is need for action. So here I brought in my Pareto chart, which I already mentioned. And the aim of the Pareto chart is to gain actionable insights. The aim of the Pareto chart is to gain actionable insights. Please remember, I am looking at goal 4. So that means that with this environment, you can actually view goal by goal contribution or product by product contribution and develop the Pareto chart that will give you prioritize the contributions of the elements to the downside. And the Pareto chart actually talks of 80-20 as threshold, 80% to 20%, telling us that 20% of defects that are seen in a system are contributed by 80% of the elements in the system. So in this case, we are looking at, from the beginning, the high performing countries contribute quite, if you look at the Pareto chart, Tunisia has 93.1% on the index rates. That means they are high performers. And then to Pareto charts, they are contributing just 3.94. That means high performers contribute little to the defects in the system. Okay. And then this is just like a cumulative as it's the graph moves up. Okay. So we see that each country want to know your contribution, and based on your contribution, we know, like in Sudan is the lowest here, and that means if UN needs to invest or help out any nation, and with this map, they'll be able to decide the nations that have urgent need for help, urgent need for external assistance of any kind. Okay, so permit
Dr.
me
Comfort,
to
you
just...
have to, yeah, you have to wrap up now, please.
All right, ma'am. So permit me to stop here actually, because I don't think we'll have time to showcase how these charts were generated, how the Pareto charts can be created. Maybe in the next visualization program, we'll be able to showcase all that. Thank you. Thank you very much for your time. And
You're
thank
welcome,
you for
Dr. Yes, you're most welcome. And you certainly helped to wet our feet because you were very hands-on in illustrating and demonstrating how the tool is used to present the data in such a way that it will tell a story. I'm going to ask if we have 1 or 2 questions, since we are running just slightly under time. Do we have any questions? I'm not seeing anything in the chat. Okay, just one question for you, Dr. Comfort. The narrative that goes with the graph, that was not presented with the graph, but you do have to put a narrative so that the right information and the right interpretation can be had from to tell the story from the graph or whatever is presented, correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. In writing that up, is there a certain way? You're muted. I'm seeing you talking, but I think you're muted.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. I was asking if is it a particular way, you have to be very concise and you summarize what is there, or because it's a narrative, you can take the liberty to write a little, longer and more detailed.
Oh, okay, yeah. The essence of creating the charts and filtering the variables, and also creating what we call interactivity, is that the narratives are on the data. Okay, the narratives, as you move your mouse, the narratives are interactive. You want to see a particular contribution, you just hover over it and the information is displayed. Okay, and then again, the titles are used as narratives. So we try not to, if you put too much information, written information, it kind of makes your data kind of clumsy. So we try to put the narratives on the titles, and using the filters as well. There's a way you filter, and then each of the dashboards, we brought in the introductory page, and the introductory page will now allow you to move through your data as the case may be. So the narrative could not, in a data storytelling, may not be written or verbal as it is in the regular storytelling. But in this case, you plant or you fix your narrative on the data body itself. So as you explain your data, the titles tell you what is going on, the body of the work tell you what is going on, the look of the charts tell you what is going on, and all that. So, and
Thank
the
you so
last
much,
part,
Dr. Yes.
the last part, which I didn't have time to show, was how the dashboards, which I have shown you, can now be created into stories. So it's just the same thing, the same way you moved your worksheets into the dashboards, you simply all bring the dashboards into a story, one after the other. So you may have 7, 8, 10 dashboards, but giving you about 3, 4 stories.
Okay. So thank you so much for that clarification. And we move now to our next presenter. I'm not sure if Dr. Anita is going next. Dr. Uma, is she going next?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
If Dr.
I'm available.
Oh,
Yeah, if he's ready. Okay.
okay. So you may start uploading Dr. Anita while I present your introduction.
Ma'am, I
Okay.
already sent to sir.
You're audible.
Okay. I am getting a feedback, but I'm not sure where it's coming from. All right, I think we're okay now. Dr. Anita is currently an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at Pune University, India. Her research interests include remote sensing, GIS, artificial intelligence, and image processing. She has published 8 patents among her many research awards, and she will be presenting today on data cleaning techniques in data handling and visualization, a hands-on approach. It's my pleasure to present to you Dr. Anita. You may proceed.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for this wonderful introduction. Ma'am, please let me know slides visible.
Yes, they are, but you need to put it on presentation mode or full screen mode. We are seeing it in the edit mode. Thank you. We're now seeing
Is
it
it
in
okay now?
presentation. Yes, it is.
Okay. So, very good afternoon to all. Myself, Dr. Anita, and today I am going with some hands-on session on data cleaning. Specifically, if suppose we are having a data, there are lots of missing values or the null values in our data is there. So how we handle that data with the help of the Python programming tool. So this is the main aim of today's presentation. So before going to the what actually the missing values and data and what type of the different types of the missing values are present in your data. So these are the outline of the today's presentation. I think for the today's workshop, we are having already 2 to 3 experts. You hear all these things, introductions, the what is pie chart and all these things. So I think I just skip the introductory part because this part already covered. So directly go with the hands-on session. But before the hands-on session, I just give some basic idea what exactly the data cleaning. And in case of the data cleaning, how you handle, how you tackle the problem which is regarding with the missing values. All right. Yes. So we know that if you talk about the data, nowadays it's a digital world, and in case of the digital world, day by day data increased tremendously. Even you and me can't imagine the size of the data. We are not having a sufficient storage type of the devices, how and where we store that data. All right. Okay. Yes. So when we talk about the data, so data maybe is any format. The data may be your audio. Yes. Sorry. I'm audible clearly.
Yes, you are. You may proceed.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. So the data may be audio, maybe video. The data may be text. The data may be image. So there are different types of the data specifically include. So when we talk about the machine learning, deep learning, biometric, image processing, so these are the different types of the subjects are there. You just go anywhere. Your data plays an important role, right? Okay. So when we talk about the data, so most of the time when you capture the data through any particular type of the devices, for example, very simple example, if you capture the data with the help of the any digital camera, so it's a chances to have some noise in that data. And if you work with the noisy data, then obviously that will affects on your result, right? Okay. So it's a very necessary to clean that data, to perform some pre-processing operation, to just remove noise from that data. All right. Okay. So for the today's session, we just understand what exactly the meaning of data cleaning and why we need the data cleaning technique. Okay. Yes, this is the technique which is specifically used for the machine learning, deep learning. Even in case of the data handling, visualization, you just go with the any subject. All right. Okay. So when using data, most of the people agree that your data insights and the analysis are only as good as the data you are using. Okay. Obviously. So essentially, when we are talking about the data, so there are lots of chances are there. There are certain garbage value. There are certain type of the noise maybe occur in a data. Okay. So in a short, we can say whatever the data we are collecting, right? Okay. Whatever the data we are capturing, okay, whatever the data we are acquisitions of the data, having a raw data, or you can say the dirty type of the data, right? Okay. So it's a necessary to clean that data. So the another name of the data cleaning, it's nothing but the data cleansing, right? Okay. Data scrubbing. So generally the cleansing and the scrubbing, this is a very famous and the popular word we are using in our day-to-day life. Okay. Why cleansing, why scrubbing? Because basically we remove the noise. For what purpose? To enhance the quality of your data. And it's a very simple thing. If you are having a good quality of the data, obviously that will increase the accuracy of your system, as well as that will give you a very good model, right? Okay. So if you understand what exactly the meaning of the data cleaning, it's nothing but is the process of fixing or removing incorrect values or incorrect whatever the data you are having in your the whole database. Okay. Not only removing of the incorrect values, it also consider if supposed to be the data having some corrupted value. Okay. Some incorrect format is there, so also we want to remove that thing. Some values are there most of the time that may be repeated one. Okay, some duplicate values are there in our database, right? See, so what if you are not removing all these things? So what is the benefit for the storing of that data? You must require a space. All right. Okay, and that space, it's a useless space. Okay, there is no role of any corrupted data, incorrected formatted data, duplicate values. There is no meaning, but still that values, okay, have required certain type of the storage space, right? Okay, so it's a better to remove that data. Okay, yes. Now, when we are combining the multiple data sources, there are many opportunities for the data to be duplicated or the mislabeled, right? Okay, so data maybe heterogeneous data is there, homogeneous data is there, but in case of the homogeneous data, you are having the same pattern, okay, same pattern type of the data is there. But when you work with the heterogeneous data, then it's a challenging question. Okay, yes, it's a challenging task is there, how we just work with the heterogeneous data. Okay, if the data is the incorrected one, the corrupted one, some unreliable things is there, then obviously the data, you if supposed to be you are working with such type of the data, so that will affect on the result. Okay, yes. So when we talk about the data, so whatever the data you are collecting in a raw format, we can say it's a dirty one. Why dirty? Dirty means incomplete data. Okay, so what is the reason of that dirty data? It's an incomplete one. Okay, maybe lacking of certain type of the attribute, right? Okay, maybe the noisy one. So while capturing the data through any devices, that may be chances that the noise will occur. Okay, yes. So first of all, you are dealing with that noise. You just remove the noise first thing. So in case of our computer science, in case of the machine learning, in case of the Python, you are having a n number of the pre-processing technique that depends on the that pre-processing technique, the methods, that filtering technique varies from data to data. Okay, so why we use the dirty word? The reason behind that, your data may be incomplete. All right, your data may be noisy one. Okay, yes. And in case of your data, the third components, it's nothing but the inconsistent. The data may be inconsistent. What is the meaning? They are not having a similar type of the pattern. Okay, in case of the nicknames, in case of the prefix, in case of the suffix. Okay, so we are not having the same pattern. All right. Okay, so these are the some reasons are there through which by this reason you can say yes, whatever the data you are having, that is the not good for doing the further analysis. All right, so this slide shows what is data quality important. Okay, you know that when you are having a data, a good quality type of the data in your hand, then and then only you are able to perform certain type of the operations on that data, right? Okay, so the quality of the data as well as quantity of the data, these are the a very basic but a very important thing in case of the data handling and visualization, right? If you are having a data in your hand, then and then only you are able to produce, you are able to show the chart of that data, you are able to show the any type of the graphical representations of the data, if you are having a proper data, good quality of the data in your hand, right? Okay, yes. So how you decide the quality of the data, it's again a very big question mark. So for that purpose, while collecting the data, okay, yes, if you are collecting the data any with the help of the any particular type of the devices, so you just make sure you just do the setup according to that thing, and make sure you are having a very less amount of the noise. And if supposed to be noise is there, so you want to be remove that noise with the help of the different types of the techniques, right? Okay, so as I already give you idea, if you are having a low quality of the data, right? Okay, so obviously that will affects on your decision, that will affects on your model. Okay, yes. So these are the certain things are there which is regarding with the data cleaning. So what is the benefits of your data cleaning? Obviously you are getting error free data, right? Okay, yes, error free data. If you are using the data cleaning, after data cleaning, whatever the error, whatever the noise which is present in your data, that automatically remove, right? So the error free data, it's a first type of your benefit. The next type of the benefits is nothing but the quality. Obviously after data cleaning, the quality of your data is enhanced, right? You are getting a good quality of the data. If the good quality of the data, if you are having in your hand, that will affect on your accuracy and the efficiency. Yes, accuracy and the efficiency of your system increased. Okay, now the second thing, if you remove missing values, if you are removing the null data from the whole database, so by removing that particular unwanted things from the whole database, you are getting the complete data. And if you are having a complete data, again the accuracy of your system increased. Okay, and the next, it's nothing but the maintenance of your data, whatever the consistency in our data, that again maintain, because we are already removing whatever the unwanted missing values. Okay, yes, those who are the required one, those who are the who those values we are, those features we are using, so we are just keeping that features, and the noisy data we already remove. So you can say one type of the consistency, data consistency automatically maintained. All right, okay. So when we talk about the characteristics of the data, so these are the characteristics: validity, accuracy, completeness, consistency, and uniformity. Okay, so these are the you can say quality of the data. I'm not taking too much time on the theoretical one. I'm going to just show you some hands-on. If you create one type of the data, so how you find out the missing values from that data, and how you tackle or how you remove the missing values from that data. Okay, yes. So these are the some characteristics of good quality of the data. You can say based upon these 5 types of the characteristics: validity, the which your data conforms to define business rules on the or the constraints, the degree which we will consider here; accuracy, completeness, and consistency and uniformity. Okay, so based on these 5 types of the data, you can say okay, the whatever the data in your hand, so that's having a very good quality. All right, okay. Now come to the main point, handling missing datas in pandas. Here, for in case of the data handling and the visualization, specifically we are using the Python, okay, or the R or Tableau. These are the different types of the programming platform we are generally using. But here today I am going with the Python programming tool, and I'm showing how we are tackle with the problem of the missing values. Okay, so before going to the missing values, you just understand what exactly the meaning of missing values. Okay, yes. So the values which do not want in that particular data set, but still their presence is there. Okay, yes, they are always around that particular the remaining values, since it's very necessary to just, and it's not like that we are not ignoring that missing values, right? Okay, so we are not think the like that okay, we just ignoring whatever the missing values in our complete database, so we want to be compulsory remove, handle that particular missing values. Okay, yes. So pandas, your Python programming, it's a very huge collections of the libraries is there, so it's a quite flexible to handling such a type of the task. Okay, so we will go with the some practical demonstration regarding with this. Hello, I'm audible? Yes.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, ma'am. We're hearing you clearly.
Okay, okay, okay. So ma'am, I was I was stop this PPT presentation, and I'm going to demonstration. So just give me
Sure.
idea. Just a minute. Where is that? Okay. I'm sharing my screen again. Yes, dear participants, in case of the theoretical one, if you have any doubt, then please let me know. Yes. Any question?
I think not just yet. We are anxiously awaiting your demonstration. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Yes, fine. Ma'am, please let me know my screen visible.
Yes, it is.
Okay, okay. So because of the lack of timing, I'm just having this code, because typing again consider typing consuming our time. Okay, yes. So initially we are starting with the importing some libraries. So we know that NumPy and Pandas, these are a very famous library we specifically consider when you work with the Python. Okay, all right. So NumPy, whatever the numerical calculations are there, numerical things are there, we basically calling the NumPy and Pandas, these two library. Okay, yes. So at the first initial level, we call the NumPy library. Okay, yes. Import NumPy as a NP, import Panda as a PD. Okay, yes. NumPy and the Pandas, these are a very famous library in case of your Python programming. Okay, now there are two ways are there if you are having your own data set. Okay, yes. So you can directly call the data set, right, which is a very simple one line code is there. But here, instead of calling the data, okay, I am creating the data, which is nothing but your CSV data set. So what is the meaning of CSV? CSV, it's nothing but comma separated value. I'm inserting certain type of the values, maybe string, maybe some values which is separated by comma, which is separated by a comma. So that's why such a type of the data set I want to be create here. Okay, or otherwise what you do, you want to be create, okay, you want to be just call any data file by passing the file name and the locations of that particular file. Okay, yes. So here I want to create the CSV data set. Okay, CSV stands for the comma separated values. All right. Okay, now for that purpose I want to be just required the 5 different types of the features. Okay, data string, which is equal to the ID, gender, salary, country and company. Okay, so these are nothing but the 5 main features, and with the help of these features I want to create my data set, which is the CSV file. All right. Okay, yes. So data string, I declare one variable here, data string, which is equal to in a triple quote. Why triple quote? It's a multiple lines are there. Because of the multiple lines, just a minute, sir, just a minute. सर मेरा लेक्चर चल रहा है, नेहा मैम भी कॉल कर रहे थे मुझे. अच्छा अच्छा, हाँ 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 हाँ, नेहा मैम है क्या? नेहा मैम को भी बता दो ना प्लीज. हाँ हाँ.
We're hearing your conversation, so you may want to close your mic.
Oh sorry, just a minute. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience from the department. They are continuously calling, so sorry, extremely sorry. Okay, so we are creating the CSV data set here. Okay, yes. Why triple quote? Triple quote, it's because of we are using the multiple lines. Okay, we are having a starting and ending here. Okay, yes. So this is the one variable data string I'll declare here, and basically I consider these are the 5 features: ID, gender, salary, country, and company. And according to these 5 features, I'm inserting the data. Okay, so supposed to be ID. The ID range varies from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 10. Okay, yes. The gender may be male, female, something like that. Okay, the salary which I consider, it's nothing but 15,000, 45, or 25,000, something like that. Okay, so you just observe one thing: during this data creation, certain type of the values is there, which is the none value, NaN, none value. It's a missing value, you can say, right? Okay, but still it occupies certain type of the memory. It's a meaningless, but still occupy certain type of the memory. So what is our main aim? We want to remove these null values from our data set. Yes, everyone. Okay, yes. So these are the, see,
Yes.
here is the none
You-
values is
yes.
there. Here is the none
You
value.
have,
So,
I'm
yes.
sorry, you have 3 more minutes to wrap up.
Okay. So, so these, what is our basic aim? So from these, the whole database, where is the none, NaN, none keyword is there. This is nothing but your missing value. It's a, we don't have any use of that particular missing values. So we want to remove that thing. Okay, this is our main aim. So for that, most of the time in database, we are having a 0, we are having none values, we are having a null values. So this 0, none, null, what exactly that meaning? It's nothing but your missing values. Okay, all right. So I want to be store that missing values with open function. Okay, what is the use of this function? Open function is specifically used to internally store your file. Okay, yes. After that, after opening that file, I want to be write that particular file, open the file for the writing. So for that purpose, I am using the out.write. It's a Python function which is specifically used. Okay, yes. Now after opening and after writing, right? Okay, I want to import that data and store with the help of the read function. And when I run this, so whatever the data set I am creating here, so I am having ID, gender, salary, country. These are the certain type of the features. I'm entering the data, and these are nothing but the null values. Okay, so here I am creating the CSV file. Okay, you are directly calling the data also, right? Okay, so now the next operation, what we want to do, we want to check the missing data. So how we check? Okay, so there is one rule applicable for this. If the value is absent, okay, so this none value which is replaced by the true, none value, if the values is absent from a certain cell, then we can say it's a true. Okay, otherwise it's a false, right? Okay, so in case of the true and false, 1 and 0, okay, we will just represent our data, right? Okay, so if I run, for this purpose is null function is used. So is null, what is the meaning of this is null or is null is null? It's specifically used whether this method check whether or not each cell of the data frames has some missing values. Okay, if your data set having a missing values and that missing values represented by true. Okay, yes. See, now in this, the last 3 columns, this NaN, the last one, this one. Okay, this is represented by the true one, true values, means a 1, right? Okay, and the remaining it's a 0. So whenever we are having a none values, we just replace that none values by true. Yes, everyone understand? Okay, yes. Now from
Yes,
the whole
ma'am, but you
table,
have to, yes. You
Uh,
have to wrap up now. So
yes,
if you
yes, ma'am.
can wrap it
Want
up.
to show
Yes,
the
please.
output and then I'll stop.
Okay.
Okay. So we replace the none value with the help of the by using the true. Okay. Now next we want to print only the missing data. Okay, yes. So whatever the missing data we are having, NaN and all this for each column wise and row wise. So in this if you observe our first row, false, 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 false. Okay, so there is no missing data. So here ID number 0 and 1, it's not printing. Okay, yes, see, it's directly start with the 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So those rows having certain type of the missing values in the format of the none, in the format of the true. So only those values are presenting here. Okay, yes. Now because of the timing, I'll just continue very speedily. Okay, yes, just 2 minutes. So now at the now next procedure, I want to be just sum up how in a column, if I go with the company column, this company column. Okay, yes. So how many none values is there? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want to be just sum up column wise how many none values or how many missing values present in our data set. The count, it's like that. The company having the 5 none value, so the 5 is there. Okay, yes. So in case of the gender, we are having a 1, 2 none values are there, so 2 values is there. So I want to be just from the whole database sum up column wise sum up is there. All right, okay. Now next I want to be just drop the missing data. So whatever the missing data we are having, I want to be drop that thing. All right, okay. So from the ID number 1, okay, which is having a all false, false, false data, and the ID number 3. So ID number 1 and 3, these are the data is there in which we don't have any missing values. Okay, so we just drop that thing from the whole data set. All right, okay. Now we want to be replace the missing values. Okay, yes. So whatever the missing values we are having, none and the true, right? Okay, so I want to be just replace that missing values by using fill NA method. So if you understand, so each and every, in case of the salary, I am only focusing on the salary column. Okay, so in case of this salary, in case of this particular salary column, okay, where where that position having the none values, which is replaced by the 25,000. So in case of this, you are having such a type of the facility, those who are the null values are there. Okay, you just remove that null values column wise, row wise. Okay, yes. And if you want to just replace that null values column wise, row wise, so whatever the replacing data is there, so you want to be just insert that replacing data here. I'm only focusing on the salary. So instead of the salary, okay, column, you just pass the whole data set also. All right. Okay.
Ma'am.
Yes.
We have to stop now because we're running over time.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, thank you
Okay.
so much for giving me the opportunity to present hands-on sessions on the data cleaning in the data handling and visualization. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome, Dr. Anita. And we do appreciate the time you have taken to show us how to use this program to clean our data so that we can have quality data to inform our decisions. I will just ask just one, if you can have one question. I'm not seeing any comments in the chat, so we'll take one question.
Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay, so Dr. Anita, if you are unable to actually use the program to clean the data, is there an alternative way we can do that? Probably with another type of software. We may not be able to clean it completely, but use some techniques to at least do some kind of cleaning of the data.
Yes, ma'am. We are having lots of technique for the cleaning. For example, handling the missing values. Now, if you are having a noise in your data, so we are having a filtering technique also to remove that noise. So that depends on which type of the programming platforms you are using. So depending upon the programming platform, if you are going with the Python, and it's again, there are two parameters basically consider. First, which type of the data you are having. So depending upon the data, the technique may be vary. Okay. And the second, if you are having which type of the programming platform you are specifically using. So for that purpose, you just remember we just remember these two things, and according to that, we will do the data cleaning steps, which is a plays and very important in case of any type of the data set.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And we now move very quickly to our next presenter. You may start loading your presentation. Our next presenter will be Professor Surjeet Dalal. Are you there? Yes, I'm seeing you on the platform. You may begin to upload while I introduce you. Professor Surjeet is at Amity University, Gurgaon, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, India. And he specializes in artificial intelligence and computer engineering with several supporting skills and competencies, which include machine learning, multi-agent systems, case-based reasoning, supply chain management, and computer graphics. And he has a lot of accolades to his name, too many to go into here, but we are very happy and pleased to have him share his expertise with us today in this workshop. And I hand over to you, Professor Surjeet.
Thanks a lot, ma'am, for giving the opportunity to share my views on recent topics in this precise workshop. Today, my topic that's related to the visualization of the results.
Before you continue, could you put your presentation on presentation mode or full screen mode? We're still seeing it in edit mode. Yes, thank you.
Hopefully it's now.
Yes, we're seeing your title slide. I think it's in full screen mode.
Theresa May. My favorite part of watching your tango was your insane.
Yeah, before starting my topic.
All right, just hold one second while we close off the noise that's coming through. Just hold on one sec. Somebody has their mic open. Please close your mic. And we ask that you keep the mics closed and your webcams closed to avoid any distractions during the presentation. Thank you. You may proceed, Prof. Surjeet.
Thank you. My topic is we are here to discuss visualization or transparent prediction models. Before this starting, I just start with the background of this topic. All we are aware of the machine learning models. Everyone knows what is the machine learning, how we can evaluate the performance of the machine learning. We will start from the ending point of the machine learning. Everyone knows its basic type, and we will skip out, that is the basic fundamental. We will move to the performance metrics in the machine learning. We will calculate accuracy. We will calculate size. We will calculate recall. Everyone knows about their meaning and formulas, how to calculate it. I think I have no need to again repeat the formulas and all these things. But these are the some methods also. We will calculate recall value, F1 score, confusion matrix. And when we will apply any machine learning model, we will get the result in these terms. And mostly persons also apply the machine learning models on the any specific database. That is the example. We have performed machine learning algorithm on the specific data set in my research papers, and we got such type of results. You can find out we have get different precise recall, MP1, class loss, object loss during both sessions is a training phase and validation phase. That's a part of background of my topic. We have applied machine learning model on a specific data set, and we have calculated the results. The results, depending on the type of problems, results can be different parameter when we will apply for the classifications, then we will take care of accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score. When we will go in the regression, the results parameters will be used. The point will becomes whether these results have any explanation how these results will become. That is the main failure of the machine learning models, and because I have calculated the recall and accuracy, and the accuracy is even is 95. Even in case of because my topic is related to the medical domain, healthcare, and we are predicting the disease here. So there can be multiple factors to predict the disease, and I have calculated accuracy 92%. But when we will discuss the result, it is a numeric value only. So there is no explanation about the result, which parameters is used, and which what are the why any parameters is skip out. So that is the main drawback of traditional machine learning model. So this thing will be done, managed by with the help of the XAI, that is a full form is explainable artificial intelligence. So we will turn in the short as a XAI. But as a background, I say because we have no details of the how the results are gets, and what is their manner to achieve. So make things human readable explanation of the decision making process, we need XAI. Why this XAI technique is important in case of the decision making? First is transparency. Transparency means till now you have calculated the accuracy, recall, everything, but you have not providing any visibility. Okay, how these results have been achieved. Then accountability means you have predict a result, that is the AI generated result. So it can be explained to the people. So stakeholder persons, maybe in case of medical host patient, and we have says that disease is find out. So it can be accountable to persons reason behind their results. Third main importance is quality assurance. So with the help of the explanation of the results, we can gain more quality, and any mistakes can be removed. Next point is what are the techniques and methods are used in XAI. First one is feature importance. Before starting to execute any models, feature importance should be highlighted. So it can be provide a way in which it can identify which feature has how much importance in the results. Take any disease here, consider we want to predict any disease in a human being. So a lot of symptoms are there, and based on symptoms and features, we will calculate or predict the disease or initial stage prediction there. So feature importance provide a way in which we can explain how the results must be calculated. So second is local explanation. Local means that will provide specific deeper understanding of the behavior of the specific situation. And third one is model heuristic method that will be provided as a global model. We have provided local, that will be entity, specific entity, and global for the whole world. Let's start with the some common techniques for this XAI. We can start with the feature visualization, silency maps, and context evaluation. So depending on the local interpretive models, there are two models are there, line and swear. If we will deal with the global, then we will use feature importance and TDP plots. They will be provided for the whole manners. If we will go for the model specific interpretation, then we have decision trees and rule based models. How the rules will be applied. Yeah. Next point is why we are discussing this XAI. What are the basic benefits of using XAI? First thing is it enhances our trust. As the main background of applying the XAI is the explanation of the your working logic. So it will be provide the transparency, and along with the improved transparency, trust may be gained. Second factor, that's the main benefits of the XAI is the improved decision making. With the better understanding of the factors, features, so decisions can be improved. And third one is regulatory compliance. That will be helps to make the organization decision is a good manners with the providing a way in which your regulations has been followed. We are not skipping out any regulations. Next point is challenges and limitations of the XAI. We cannot say it is a very easy to apply XAI. It will be contains a lot of constraints. First constraint is complex models. They are models, LIMP, SAP. We have discussed in the local model. They are very complex, and when complexity will be increased, then competition cost also gains. Trade-offs, because we are making transparency along with the performance, so it will be makes very complex decision. And third one is interpretive versus performance. Because when anyone to gain more performance in terms of accuracy, then maybe a person will be skip out some regulations. But XAI says have to increase to have to follow the regulation very carefully, so it may be some impact on the decrease the performance. So these are the three main challenges that take place along with the XAI. Where we can apply the XAI, that can be applied in healthcare, finance, and automobiles. In case of healthcare, it can be makes the medical professional to understand AI diagnosis and treatment decision. In case of finance, it can be provide the factors that makes the decision of any financial predictions. And third one is automobiles. They will be provide enhance the accessibility in the self-driving cars and vehicle safeties. Now points will becomes what are the logical consideration in the XAI. There will be first will be authoritative bias, because biasing in case of AI is a major challenge to apply any AI technique. So it will be address bias, user heresies, because we have to deal with the facts, details. So main again thing is user heresy, and third one is a regulatory compliance, because that is a ethical issues related to the disclose the regulatory regulation to the by firm. So it will be challenging to apply this one. Now, come on the point is perspective of the AI, where we can provide it. It can be you with the targets, with the three targets, that is the transparency, continued innovations, and social impact, because decision making can create a good. Now, that's the first session we have discussed about XAI, its components, its models. Now we will how it can be used in case of healthcare. Because in healthcare, we have three perspectives for the transparent predictive models that can provide transparencies in the decision making. So let me start why we are making visualization transparent predictive models with the help of the XAI. That will be first one is improved trust. We can gain trust between the patient and doctor. Any medical firms means any doctor has given AI based decision for a particular disease. So it can be confirmed that decision is not based on any bias on any financially condition, and it can be reduce the errors also. How errors can be reduced? It can be when there is a transparency, then misinterpretations can be removed along with the future importance and all these things. An example, it can be used in the patient care clinic, patient care correct regulations and treatment plans. When any AI models suggest any treatment plans, then that plan maybe comes along with the reasons how these plans treatment plans is given. Second is risk assessment. When any plan decision is taking with regarding the health risks, then it will be assessed by the according the decision. Okay, that's are the benefits. Along with the benefits, there are a lot of the challenges that are very important when we will implement these models in the healthcare. In case of healthcare, first thing is the data integrations, because everyone knows in case of healthcare, there is a legal perspectives of dealing with the patient data. We should respect its personal informations, its medical situations, and all these things. So, first challenge in implementing such models in the healthcare is the data integration. It maintain all regulatory compliance. We cannot break any medicals alliance or any guidelines that are provided by the healthcare domain. These are very, very important points, and we have to follow in implementing these models. Then comes how we can implement it, how we can provide visualization. Simple visualization can be with the help of the interactive dashboards. There are a lot of things within the complex data. It can be provide the dashboards. Also, we can provide the heat map. In case of prologue, very easily we can create the heat map, and the heat map provides the correlations between these patterns and its factors. And after this, with the help of the heat map, you can find a graph like a complex. It will be X and Y will be contains different features, and these features will be show which type of the correlation between these factors. And also we can make visualize our predictive trends along with the some dynamic graphs. These are the three techniques we can apply. How next is what are the case studies where already successfully these models has been implemented. There's with the heterogeneous predictions in that one, originally predictions, also monopoly treatment planning and emergency department trace. These are the three case studies which has successfully implemented this XAI. how we will look out to the futures of the XAI in the healthcare of it is gains the enhanced transparency out of 5 is a 5 point is given with the enhanced transparency. It is adaptations, it will be gone 10K in various applications, and till now 3 million patient is adopting with the decision that are generated by the XAI. So this point is already covered. Okay, then we will move out with the next point is sorry that take me. Okay, how we can proceed with the implementation of these models? There are the various steps, and that steps are the cycle of the machine learning, and we are not disturbing the pre-standards machine learning models executions. There can be same mode we will apply, but at a particular section we will apply our these models. First one is same mode as a machine learning, data collection and pre-processing. Data will be collected with help of the various IoT devices and sensors, and then it will be pre-processed as a last resource person also conveyed the importance of the data processing phase. It can be contains different missing values, it can be outliers. Pre-processing will be done to make the normalize the data, so gain the better results. Then we will move to the feature selection and feature engineering. That the part is very important in the respect to the XAI, because when feature selection will be done, so we have to provide the feature importance. That is the one technique of the XAI to provide to implement to reduce overfitting and improve the performance. After pre-processing and feature importance of the data set, next step we will move to the model training. Model training will contains division of our data, how which ratio we will divide the data set in the training phase and testing phase. We have normally used 70-30, 80-20, any depending parameters you can see. And second, it will be contains second phase is the hyperparameter tuning. Hyperparameter tuning, every models contains default values of the hyperparameters. We have to optimize. That optimization can be done with the Bayesian optimization, genetic algorithms, either standard SDG optimizer. A lot of optimizers are there. We can apply that optimizers to make the hyper tuning. And last one is cross validation to check out whether this hyper tuning is good one or it is optimized or we have done make the required changes. So k-fold validations you can apply for finding your reliable model training. And when our system is trained, then we will evaluate the performance of the models with the help of these matrices. That is already we have discussed accuracy versus F1 scores. And after third step, when now we will proceed to our main task is the model interpretation and visualizations. Now these we can make interpretations will along with the different performance metrics and our plot. That's feature importance plots and PDP plots that will be parts of XAI. And now with the help of these plots, we can find out the results explanations, how the results are generated and what are the roles. And these visualization can be done with the help of already we have discussed along with the interactive dashboards and these things to communicate model behavior. Now at this stage, machine learning model is not a only black box. It has with the explanations how the results are generated and how the features are the interpreted to provide the results. And last one is when we have applied our XAI models, then it will becomes to assessment the transparency and validation that can be done along with the ethical regulations perspectives to here also we can make internal validation to remove the handle the biases, and also we can take the help of the external review. That can be a in case of health, it can be a doctor, or in case of finance, it can be a stakeholder of a company. And last one is come on the final stage is the communication and reporting of the results. Now we have handles all bias, outliers, and reports. So now it's time to release the results along with the your communication through the reporting of the results. So these are the steps through which we can make our model along with the XAI to with the better transparency and more extensible mode. So conclusion part, instead of applying machine learning in a black box, is a lot of issues without any explanations, and we are skipping totally feature importance. We have no idea how the result is gained, and maybe as a take an example of any decision, how decision is taking. So with the help of this visualizations technique XAI, we can provide better transparent decisions along with some better decision making with the transparency. Thanks for your patience. Any query, please.
Thank you very much, Prof. Surjeet. You have certainly eased our hesitation there with adding the last part of the presentation, because the AI, it has biases in the algorithm. So, you're wondering in terms of trustworthiness, how foolproof it is, especially for making decisions in the health sector. But I think you have been able to boost our confidence, if I may say, in
Thank
helping
you
us.
for a nice words.
Yes. In helping us to trust in the transparency technique there. Do we have any questions for Prof. Surjeet? Okay, I will just ask Prof. Surjeet, because you were very comprehensive in your presentation. Can you cite a real life experience, coming out of the use of these techniques for enhancing transparency?
We have applied a machine learning model along with the water. And that water, we have to check out the hardness of a given water data set. And while the machine learning programming, we have calculated the hardness level. But when we will discuss with the chemistry background persons, then it says that output is not possible. You have may out skip out some factors because that hardness point you have calculated is not possible, as otherwise that water is not you are suggesting that is a potable, you can any can drink, but as these values it is not capable to any person can drink and may be healthy. So that time we feel in case of machine learning we can calculate accuracy, but that accuracy is not physically or in real life applicable to gain the decisions.
Okay.
So that things the real scenario we have faced, even in paper we have published, but then we will discuss with the real scenario along with the chemistry person who has good knowledge about the water hardness based on the pH value and different parameters. Then he has suggested these results must be validated along with some expert, and also how the results are calculated, they will must has a full explanation. That time we think We cannot blindly faith on the results generated by the machine learning model.
Sure, sure. Thank you. Thank you for giving us some further clarification there. We move to our last presenter, but not least. Dr. Priya, are you ready?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we're hearing you clearly. You may go ahead. Prof. Surjeet, could I ask you to stop sharing your screen so that Dr. Priya could upload her presentation, please? Thank you. Okay. So Prof. Priya is currently an assistant professor at Bannari Amman Institute of Technology in India, and her responsibilities include being in charge of the blockchain technology special laboratory. Among her current publications is her most cited work on role and regulation of autophagy in cancer. And I think we're having some disturbance. All right. Please close your mics and your webcams, please, so we can avoid the distractions and disturbances. Thank you. Dr. Priya? Okay. Okay, we're getting some disturbances. Okay, I think we're having some technical difficulties with Prof. Priya's connection.
Ma'am, technical issues not from my end, I guess so. Dear team, technical issues not from my end.
Okay, prof'l, are we okay to go ahead now? I think we are. Okay. Prof. Priya, do you want to continue?
Yes, just give me a minute so that I can fix my presentation.
Okay, sure. And Prof. Priya's presentation will be on visualizing sentiment analysis results from social media data, which promises to be of interest to most of us, since social media is almost like a second language to many of us who are Gen Zs. So we're looking forward to your presentation, Prof. Priya. In the meantime, I will remind you there's the link to the attendance form in the chat. Please fill it in so that your attendance participatory certificate can be issued, and do use the name that you want on that form. It should be the name that you would want printed on your certificate, your full name. Are we almost there, Prof. Priya?
Yes, yes, I can just start in 30 seconds.
Okay, thank you. We're waiting for Prof. Priya to begin her presentation. Okay, Prof. Priya is about to begin her presentation, so we'll ask that you keep your mics closed, please, and also your webcams, because we've been having some disturbances on the platform. So we'd like to minimize that.
Is my screen visible?
It is, we just need for you to put it on presentation mode or full screen mode.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We're not seeing your presentation anymore, Prof. Priya. I'm not sure what's happening. We were seeing it a while ago.
Hope it's fine.
Okay, we're seeing it again. But it is in edit mode. If you can go to full screen, that would be very
it's fine.
nice.
Hope it's better now.
Okay, yes, it's fine. You may proceed.
Yeah. And I'm really sorry for the troubles that I've given you people, because it was power fluctuation here, so that I wasn't able to get it on time. I'm really sorry for that. Okay, so
We understand.
Okay, so that was a very brief introduction about myself, and thanks for the same. And
You're
I can actually witness a handful of people who really works a lot on data visualization. And thanks for those professors who have done their excellent job in making me understand and giving me a clarity of what I wanted to convey for today's session. Today, my session's topic is about visualizing sentiment analysis that results from social media data. So hope this is a different time genre. So let it be a good morning or good evening, everyone. So welcome for today's seminar on visualizing sentiment analysis results from social media data. So in this session, I would like to explore the fascinating world of sentiment analysis and how we can effectively visualize results that is derived from different social media data. So we obviously know if it is social media, we will know it will be a Facebook, it is Instagram, or it can be a company's, what we can say, companies, websites, all sort of those things. So sentiment analysis plays a crucial role in understanding the public opinion, its trends and emotions expressed online. Okay. So though various visualization techniques are available, we gain valuable insights and make informed decisions based on sentiments of different social media users. I hope you can find this topic interesting, and I hope I'll also engage you accordingly. So about the introductions of sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis is also actually known as opinion mining. So if you can relate opinion mining and sentiment analysis, whatever opinion that we have in our mind, we are trying to express in a way to analyze things, to put it in a language called as natural language processing technique. That also it will be used to determine the emotion tone behind every series of words that we get in. Okay, so it involves identifying and categorizing emotions that's expressed in a piece of text, making it a valuable tool for understanding public opinion on various topics that we actually wanted to work on. So this process is often involves using machine learning algorithms to analyze social media data
It can also be a product reviews or customer feedback, allowing business and organizations to gain valuable insight into customers' sentiments. So, in this presentation, we'll explore the world of sentiment analysis and its application in different social medias that I wanted to say. So, if you say sentiment analysis, sentiment analysis, in applications that is actually used in this sentiment analysis is something like various industries like marketing, it can be customer services, it can be brand management, everything are the applications that works on different data visualization and especially for sentiment analysis in different social media. So to make a brand reputation management, to have a proper product feedback analysis, to make our market research into to take into a higher level, our customer satisfaction evaluation, everything will make it by data-driven decisions and on the tailoring technologies that we have. So the process that is involved in these are generally it will be a data collection as it was discussed in the previous sessions as well. So data collection, text pre-processing, sentiment classification using different algorithms in NLP, machine learning, AI, etc. And interpreting these results to get different meaningful insights. Okay. So in categorizing the sentiment analysis, we will actually categorize this into 3 different levels. So that will be the first will be entire document sentiment. The whole document that is being processed and processed from different applications will be categorized. Document level analysis is the first one. Second, we can say sentence level analysis means that you can pick from individual sentence statement and you can analyze it. First one is entire document. From the entire document, second level goes in understanding the sentence level analysis, then aspect-based analysis. These 3 are the different types of sentiment analysis that can actually be performed. So benefits of this is actually, we can provide different insights into customer opinions, trends identification, brand reputation monitoring, and issue detections. So these are different feedbacks that we can gain. This can actually lead to a government issues or anything that we can that we wanted to analyze and all. This will be more helpful. Using the sentiment analysis, that will again help us to get insight into those things. So now, importance of social media data. This can we will actually try to understand why the importance of social media data is very crucial. So insight into customer behavior, there are a number of real-time insights are there. So from that, why do we say it to be important? Because social media is a platform where we get in numerous amount of data in real time, and that is again helping us to get valuable insight into customers' opinion, their preferences and trends as they emerge and all. Okay. So for a few of them are actually insight into different customer behavior, means that different social media data provides valuable insight into customers' behavior, its preference and opinions. So analyzing these type of data helps businesses understand their target audience better, and they can also make marketing strategies to meet customers' needs very effectively. So this is one way. Where next it can be a real-time feedbacks also we can analyze. So social media platform is helping us to take feedback from different customers, and from that it actually allows for business to promptly address different customers' concern. We can say it is also helping us to respond back to customers and engage their audience in a different timely manner. Okay, so this is all about this few examples of real-time insight. And if you get into a concern called as targeted marketing, we can say in order to get a brand reputation management, social media data plays a crucial role in brand reputation management. Okay. So it is also helping us to understand the different competitor analysis. Say when there are a number of companies doing the same products or same strategies, this kind of populating different analysis social media will help us to analyze the competitors that we have and to make the industry trends and make our company a better trend. This sort of analysis helps us in keeping ourselves into the benchmark and opportunity for growth and different determinations we can say. The next, let's say about the competitor analysis and all. So this also helps us to become a very good influencer marketing. Means that when social media data helps different business identifying key influencers in their industries or whatever, collaborating with different influencers can help business reach a wider audience, which will also help us to increase brand awareness and drive engagement in their target marketing as well. Okay, so this is about this is why we say the social media data is very important for in different categories we can see. So how this is being done? Social media data are taking sentimental data used from different social media has to be properly analyzed to get better analysis results. That is actually we will be getting it through these three different categories. One is data cleaning, tokenization, and normalization. What is data cleaning is, it was again explained in second session about this data cleaning. With a simple example, I would like to tell you what data cleaning is. See, generally, hope everybody are a technical freaks. So everybody will know about what a database and how a data base a row is being populated. We say we will have a number of columns and a number of rows. Let us assume like if I have three different columns with a number of rows, a column will have an ID number, a name, and age of a person or employee. When a same employee's data is repeated twice or thrice in a table, that keeps redundant data. Okay, so those type of redundant data has to be cleaned up to get better accuracy. Okay, so that is called as data cleaning. So now if my name is repeated thrice in a row for the same data, that should be removed, and I should be entering only one data that I actually wanted in. Okay, this is one example that I can give you for data cleaning. Wherein for tokenization, when I have a larger sentence in my social data or the field, I should not be able to take the whole sentence, or I should not be doing it with the whole sentence. I should be breaking that sentence into different words, phrases, and characters based on different tools I can be working on. Okay, so tokenization is taking the whole sentence, breaking that sentence into words, phrases, or characters to enhance accuracy in my analysis model. Third is nothing but normalization. Normalization is very important in data pre-processing because it aims and it helps us to bring all data's values into a particular format to scale our values. Okay, we have a number of methods to be done in this NLP for it. So means that if I might have a combination of words and sentences or words and words and numbers, or I can have totally in a alphabetical order with lowercase or uppercase. I cannot be doing so. What should I be doing is, I should have that larger data into a, I mean to say, when I have a complete sentence in uppercase, I should be converting into a lowercase. If not, if there is any combination of uppercase and lowercase, I should be converting that into a proper format into a lowercase sort of. Those are examples of these three. That's nothing but deep data pre-processing in my techniques. Okay. So now, when I'm done performing its analysis, data cleaning, normalization, and tokenization, I should be using any of my sentimental models to working on the words or sentiment analysis or the inputs that have been taken from a different social media. I should be having model to feed my data and get results from that. Okay, so those models are listed here. These are very few examples that I want to list you, and these are very popular models. I could explain you. The first one is called as VADR. VADR is nothing but valency aware dictionary and sentiment reasoner. Okay, this is very important and very widely used model. It is something called as rule-based model that is specifically designed for analyzing sentiments that is expressed in social media texts. Okay, so it is commonly or it is known for its ability to handle different slangs that is across the world, different emojis that will result for different cases, and other informal language as well that can be posted or found from different social media posts. Okay, so this basically this WADR assigns a sentiment score to a piece of a text or emojis or slang that is given for in the social media, which is simply expressed with the help of positive, negative, and neutral indicator. Okay, this will help us to improve the efficiency and to make us understand in simplicity as well. So next is called as BERT. Okay, BERT is bidirectional encoder representation for transformers. So it is again used in natural language processing, that a model that is being developed by Google. So it is again very easy for us to use. Okay. So this BERT is actually pre-trained model with large corpus of text data that can be found. Okay. So hopefully everybody knows something about WordNet, which has different for a single word, we have n number of combinations. This again takes few data from that WordNet or even large corpus data sets, and it will be able to make you understand and subtext the text into different accurate models as well. So next, the last one is long short-term memory. It is again used in recurrent neural network architecture. Okay, this is again helping us to get different memory cells and controlled with different logic gates as well. So these three are the models that I wanted to list because these three again helps you to go for longer run in different perspective of sentiment analysis or the different data visualization model. So the next is I wanted to tell you about different visualization. Different visualization analysis results, that how we can express different visualization results in different forms. Okay, I was again given with from second or third sessions. Third session, the other professor was telling you about different pie charts, bar charts, all sort of. That's very simple understanding. For sentiment analysis, when we wanted to visualize using the sentiment analysis, these are very important results that we'll be picking up. One with examples called as word clouds. Word cloud again will help you to understand the concept very easily. When you say word cloud, it helps us to generate a word cloud from different words that are sized accordingly to the frequency in which different sentiment categories. Okay, this can provide a visual representation of the most common words associated with each sentiment that is displayed or that is being given in different social media, say for example, Facebook, Instagram, all sort of. Okay, so again, next one is called a sentiment heat maps. It gives you a graphical or geographical visualization of different cases with three different views, something with the negative, positive, neutral sentiment based on social media. Okay, so this is again helping you in different time components, you can say. This again helps you with the line charts to visualize different sentimental that keeps changing over time. Okay, and heat maps again, which will again help you with more positive and negative sentiments as well. Emotion charts will help you to run across different emotion wheels or emotion circle in a visual representation of different emotions that will be encountered in different circular format. Okay, so these are different analysis results that I wanted to give you. Again, few examples that was given given to you is about bar charts, pie charts. I can say stacked area plots also was different. It was given you in the previous sessions itself. When you say bar chart, which will again help you to display the frequency of each sentence category in your data sets that is being populated. Okay, so tabulae, you can take examples of this tabulae that was told you. It is again this tabulae is the one will be able to give you different sorts of these examples that is on the screen to make you understand clearly about different visualization techniques. Okay, so now what is this sentiment analysis and all? Okay, so these are few examples and tools that I wanted to say tell you. Using simple Python NLP toolkit, you'll be able to get different. It is again easy for you. Puts you sprinkler and text log or few examples that I wanted to tell you. Okay. Now, what is this comparison? I could say is when I say about different case studies or comparison that that is to be listed, sentiment analysis is a tool that helps you to compare different software applications or platforms that is designed to analyze the interpret of different sentiment expressed in textual data. Okay, so tools that gives you in understanding NLP and machine learning with these sort of positive, negative, and neutrals and all will help you to compare the categories or the emotions or the inner expression of every individual is easily compared and analyzed using these sort of tools that is again given to you. Okay, so now I could say you I can give you an example of different case studies to list you. I'm just I'm just okay to give you two different case studies. Okay, so if you say example of enhancing customer satisfaction through sentiment analysis, let us assume our example. Let us assume a company called as ABC. It is again a retail shop that we can say. It is a leading e-commerce company that is specialized in electronic gadgets and all. Okay, despite offering a wide range of products, the company has been facing challenges in understanding customer sentiments and improving overall satisfaction of the gadgets that they actually are selling it. Okay, the challenges that they face is that they are not able to or they were lacking in the insight of customer feedback and they are not able to understand this sentiment expressed on social media platforms and customer reviews and online forums. So what they tried doing is the company say ABC. They used a tool to analyze the textual data from different customer reviews from social media that is mentioned and online forums. That tool actually categorized sentiments into the categories that again I told you in positive, negative, and neutral forms, and they were able to give you scores to interact with the company. So using these things, they were able to collect the data. They were able to analyze the feedbacks. Customers' sentiment analysis, and they were able to take action to get their shop experience better. Okay, so it is like.
Ma'am, you have just 1 minute to wrap up. We're going over time now. Thank you.
Yeah, sure, I can do that. So this is one case study I wanted to tell you. Again, these are different. Again, as I'm running out of time, I'm just giving you only one case study. You can again contact me for further case studies that was analyzed under my research as well. So these are different dashboards I wanted to show you for different visualization techniques that is again listed. So these are the thing I'm just running into you to make you visualize what data visualization with respect to sentiment analysis is done for you. Okay, so again to go this marketing strategy, organization, real-time monitoring, all such are very. These are, if you say these are examples of different companies that they are improving their business with the help of the social media. Mostly, if you say most of the companies will have account in Instagrams or sort of YouTubes and all. They will be actually doing more sort of populations in it to make their understanding in terms of customers' feedback or in terms of customers' point of view to head in and progress in their business strategy as well. Okay, these are the examples that I wanted to list you to make you understand how a social media is again helping you in understanding and to improve their customers' interactions or their business growth. Okay, So the best practice again, to visualize your data is you have to improve your color contrast in representing your sentiment analysis. You have to engage your user, engage your user engagement in different signs in visualization, and you'll have to again promote the users in engaging in different sentiment analysis results, and you'll have to use interactive charts to make your pages very interactive to attract customers. Okay, these are different insights that I wanted to post you on, and I'm thanking you so much for this wonderful opportunity to present my idea on this forum as well.
Thank you, Dr. Priya. Well, that certainly completed the presentations. I'm getting a feedback. Okay, I'm gonna ask persons to close their mics. So perhaps that may help. Okay. So we'd like to extend a big thank you to Dr. Priya. I'm not sure why I'm getting feedback on my mic. Dr. Krishnan, do you know if there's another mic open?
No, we don't have anything, but you can go ahead. For us, there is no disturbance.
Okay, so thank you very much. Certainly for the qualitative researchers, Dr. Priya has really accommodated us. And we'd like to extend a sincere thanks to the other esteemed presenters, Dr. Comfort, Professor Mannat, Dr. Anita, and Prof. Surjeet. You've certainly given us a deeper understanding of visualization in data or data visualization, how it could be done, what are some of the trends, best practices, the challenges we may encounter, and how we can overcome those. And we have a better appreciation now for going the extra mile to use these tools and techniques, or at least get into them for presenting the findings of our data as we move forward. We'd like to thank the audience for all your comments and support, and we certainly had a very good presentation. In terms of attendance, I saw at one point we had over 100 persons online, so we do appreciate you attending. And as always, Prof. Krishnan, thank you for all the background work and coordinating so that we could make this a reality.
My appreciation to you, Doctor.
Sure. So a pleasant rest of the day to everyone, and we'll close the workshop now.
Thank you.
Thank you again. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you.